Gary here from MrG Shave, back for another Saturday head and face shave. Today's a bit different. If you watched my Wednesday video, you will have seen that I'm going to commit a sin today in some of the products that I'm going to use. Weirdly, and it feels very strange, I'm introducing a couple of new items to the den. And there's two pieces of hardware and both of them are razors. So this is a comparison video. The first razor is my Wilkinson Sword Classic fantastic plastic, or whatever you want to call it. Costs about £5 on eBay, and the blades cost about 10p on average each, maybe a bit more. In there is a brand new feather blade, so that's what this next razor is going up against. And I felt it was the fairest comparison because this is a real budget friendly razor. This is the Gillette Labs and it's a cartridge razor. Now, I wouldn't normally use one of these, but I was intrigued because I watched another Cut Above's video on this particular razor and I decided I'd give it a go. It's the black gold edition, so the lettering is in gold and that's gold. So but basically any colour version of this razor, it's the exfoliating version, it's not the heated, but any colour version is exactly the same, it's just different colour. So those are the two razors, and that's the hardware. I'm not using a brush and I'm not using a bowl, so yeah, bit weird, very strange. So I'm just going to get on with the shave, to be honest. I'm going to get some water in my bowl. Get some hot water going. Fill up my spray bottle. And then dump the two razors in the hot water. So here we go. So I'm going to wet the subject matter down. And the first software item that I'm going to use is One Society. I think this is sort of a woody scent, woody and citrus scent. So that's the pre-shave oil. 2 squirts. Should be enough for the head and face. Oh, not much of a scent. Little bit of a scent, but very, very mild scent. So I don't need to lather up because this is a lather-free cream that I'm using, and it was given to me on my birthday by one of my daughters, and it's called Rituals Shave Cream, and I think it's got ginseng, I can't read it, ginseng and hydra complex, whatever that means, and it is a cream. I have used it, and if I'm honest, little spoiler alert, it's actually not bad, especially for something like a cart, I would think. But it's got a decent scent to it. I would say probably scent strength 3 or 4 out of 10. So I may as well put that on. I think the only thing that I would criticise about this, I've got quite a lot there. The only thing that I would criticise about this is that you have to reapply between each pass. At least I do anyway. So let's rub it between the hands and put it on the face. It's quite thick and unctuous. And there's, as you can see, there was enough there to do both the dome and the face. Oh, right, let's wash that off. So why am I doing this? Well, you know, I was intrigued. I've heard quite a lot about this new Gillette Labs razor, and I personally think it's a load of marketing hype. But let's give it a go. First time I've used this razor. It is, I think, how many blades has this got? I don't know. It's either 4 or 5. I would say that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's five blades in there. And I'll come back to that as I continue to talk about it. They say that this cartridge lasts a month, around a month. I won't be using it that long. I mean, I'm going to probably use it this time, and I'll leave it to one side and maybe use it as a backup for the dome or for the under here where I have problems after straight shaving. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how, you know, I know this is going to give me a good shave. I do know that. I do know that. So this is with the grain. See how that's cleared up. So I haven't shaved since Wednesday. Yeah, and I've basically swilled this in the water and it's still clogged. Look at that. So that's one of the major issues of these cartridge type razors. Because effectively you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so let's say 3 days worth of growth. And that's where these start to struggle. If you shave every day, they'll work fine. That's after a good shake again. And it's still clogged. Now that could be the lather-free cream that I'm using. Let's try putting a bit of hydration over the top of this cream for the dome. And let's go for it. Very comfortable. Oh, I was going to compare. Oh, God, I've ruined it. I've ruined it. I've done both sides of my face with the same razor. I'm going to do the dome the way I should have done it. So this is the Wilkinson Sword Classic. Different feel completely, especially with a feather blade in it, but I do put, you know, feathers in a really mild, feather or a Kai in a really mild razor. So we'll go back to, I think this is the cream, you know. This is the cream. Yeah, it's even clogged up the DE. So this is, I think this is the cream. Interesting. Well, I'm going to continue with it. See how we carry on. So more cream. In fact, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to wet the face down. And this time I'll start with the Wilkinson sword razor, so I don't forget it this time. I'm not a fan of creams, to be honest, lather-free creams. I'm really not. So across the grain on this side is straight up. And across is as you'd expect on this side. And then we'll do a cross up here. See, it's slick enough, plenty slick enough. Definitely add water though, because I think the first pass felt a little, there was a bit of resistance, and I don't think I'd put water on over the pre-shave. I mean, this is great for the dome, but it's about £20. I don't know what that is in US dollars, but it's about £20. It's probably about the same in dollars in the US for 4 blades on this. 4 blades. Okay, so that's 4 months worth. So it costs 10 pence a blade, and you can probably get up to, so I usually throw my blades away after 3 shaves for the DE razors. And I still reckon you'll spend far less on the blades for this than you will for the cartridge. And then you've got to ask yourself the question, I mean, I have looked for academic sort of studies into a cartridge razor versus a safety razor. There's lots of stuff out there. There are dermatologists that are advertising, you know, use Gillette sensitive this, or, you know, this head or that head, and they're cartridge razors. But you know they're being paid for that. You know they're being paid to sort of say those things. I'd be very interested to hear what a dermatologist has to say about cartridge razors and your skin off camera, or off, you know, in private, off the books. Because I can't imagine that a dermatologist would recommend you using, there's 5 blades going over my face on one side and 1 blade going over my face in the other. Which side do you think is going to be more irritated? You've got to ask, haven't you? It stands to reason. I'm coming to it from a point of view of, you know, a biased point of view, I guess, because, I mean, I always used to use a Mach 3. And I was happy with that, but I didn't know how to shave properly then, until I started shaving the correct way with a safety razor. But with my Mach 3, I used to just go with the grain and just, you know, do 1 pass with the grain, feel around, and then do another pass with the grain. I never thought about going across the grain or against the grain. Never in a million years did I think about that. So yeah, if you do a 3-pass shave with either of these razors, you're going to get a good result. But it comes down to cost and whether it's good for your skin, I think, and personal preference. It's the advantage of a cartridge is you don't have to think about it. You know, you just use it. Whereas using a DE takes a little while to get used to. Oh, that feels great. So we're going to go against the grain now. Now this is where I think this cartridge will beat the Wilkinson sword, because it's got the pivoting head and you don't have to think about it. Whereas when you use a DE, you've got to make sure the angle's correct. See, that's cleared up now, I think. That looks all right now. I haven't got my glasses on. I can't keep putting my glasses on every time I want to check. But the good thing, if you use a feather blade in this razor, or say the Merca 34C, which is what I was intending to use, it's only when I looked in my cupboard that I thought, oh, I could use that. Because what they're saying is that it costs more to invest in a DE razor up front, but long term, the DE razor wins hands down. That feels so much better though. So against the grain on this side is a cross. Yeah, so as I was saying, they're saying is a bigger upfront cost. Well, you can get one of these for about £5 on eBay, £5 to £8, something like that. That's cheaper than the Gillette Labs razor. Oh, I keep forgetting. See, and that doesn't feel as comfortable as that Wilkinson sword. It feels like it's tugging a bit. I think it's probably just the bar on the top and the bar on the bottom. So let's have a feel around on the dome. Okay, well, I've missed a few spots on this side. But on this side, the Gillette Labs, it's BBS, no missed spots. On this side, I've definitely missed some spots. A few tram lines here and there. It's literally straight lines. That's it there. A little bit over there. That's it, BBS. So yeah, both sides BBS. So we're going to go for the fourth pass. I'm going to use far less cream. I would say the pickups are exactly the same as normal, possibly a little bit less on this side, and down here exactly the same. I'd say there's nothing in it between the two, even though I messed up the comparison a little bit, but Yeah. So let's feel again. Both sides BBS. Great shave. Which one do I prefer? Well, I think you all know the answer to that. For me, the Wilkinson Sword Classic wins hands down. Yes, I did miss a few spots on there. I was probably going far more passes with the cartridge razor. I mean, for me, the evidence is clear. You are putting 5 blades over each piece of skin multiple times in 3 different directions, in 4 different directions with me. So that's what? 4 times 5, that's 20. So that's 20 times, 20 blades going over your skin, whereas 4 times 1 is 4. So there's the difference. It can't be doing your skin any good. But it does give you a good shave. It will give you the same result as a DE, as far as I'm concerned, and I've said that about the Fusion Razor and the Mach 3. It's the cost and it's the damage to your skin that I think is probably happening. I can't talk about empirical evidence because I only started looking late last night to look at stuff, and I got quite annoyed because there were so many of these dermatologists recommending this Gillette razor, this Wilkinson Sword cartridge razor, and this, that, and the other, and they're obviously being paid. They've been given a script to write it up and say these things. To me, it's just marketing hogwash. And I if I saw an academic piece on a proper academic medical study of what a cartridge razor versus a safety razor does to your skin, I bet you any money, and I will look, and if I find it, I'll at some point post it up, or I'll post a link to it. But I can't recommend cartridge razors to anybody. The DE is definitely the way to go. So I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all cleaned up. That was really quick, no bowl, brush or anything to clean up apart from the razors. Post-shave feel of this cream is excellent, I would say. Really, really good. I think this cream is fine. I think what you've got to make sure you do is you put water on your face, on your skin first, and then put this on. I think my first pass felt slightly uncomfortable because I put the pre-shave on and then I put the cream straight on top. I don't think I added water. I don't know. I'll have to rewind to check. But I don't think I did. Once I included water in there, this was much slicker and much more easy to use. It's probably the best lather-free cream that I've used. Would I use it in a normal shave? Would I use it with a straight razor? Definitely not. I definitely wouldn't even consider using this with the straight razor. To be honest, I enjoy lathering up too much. So this one, whilst it's good and it's great in a pinch, if you want a quick shave, like in under 5 minute shave, then these two paired together will do it for you. You can shave in under 5 minutes with that. You could probably shave in under 5 minutes with this, but I like to clean up my razors after, and whereas that one I don't care about that one. I'll just throw it in the bowl. I have wiped that one over because I'm showing it to camera, but yeah. Would I buy this? No. I'd rather have proper soap that you lather up in a bowl or on your face. That's my preference. But actually it does work. It does work. So I can't really say anything negative about it, other than make sure you've got water on your face before you apply the cream, and then it'll be really slick. So yeah. Let's get on with the post shave. I'm going to use alum. We've got to do the cold rinse. Soaked my glasses. I only realised when it was too late. Sorry about that. That was Phoenix and Bow Iceni splash that my son permanently borrowed from my aftershave collection. I did get another one. So far no feedback. Didn't think there would be. Nothing on this side either. Or until I got to there, I nicked myself a little bit, so slight sting, but nothing. So now to the face. A little bit more feedback on that side, both head and face, I think. Slight increase in burn. So this is maybe 2 and this is maybe, well, it's less than 1, so feels fine. Feels absolutely fine. So let's wipe that off. On with the Thayers. I've gone with Thayers Cucumber again. This is quite nice actually. I do like it. I prefer the lemon, but you've got to have something with citrus in it to use the lemon. And I've also got coconut, which I haven't even tried yet, I don't think. So I'm looking forward, probably next weekend I'll use St. Bart's, A&E St. Bart's, and then I can use the coconut Thayers. So, Old Spice, original Old Spice is the aftershave. Let's see if there's any difference with this. Oh, that's strange. That really is strange. The burn is considerably more on this side of the face than that side. That's weird. It's dissipated quicker on this side than this, but that was definitely stronger. Interesting. Interesting. And then this is another item I haven't used in a long time. I'm just going to dry my glasses off so I can see what I'm looking at. This is something called Dr. Botanicals Advanced Natural Moisturizing Post-Shave Balm for Men. Pomegranate Noir. Balm Expert Hydrant, or whatever it is. Facial balm. It looks like an oil. It really does. I'm going to give it a good shake. and it's literally, it is like an oil. I can't show you because if I tip my hand up it'll just run straight off. It's the consistency, slightly thicker than water. Put a bit more on. Not much of a scent to it. But all in all, that was a great shave. As I said, that's going to cost you 14 quid and 20 quid for 4 blades. That's £5 a blade you're going to be paying for that. That's going to cost you £5 to £8, I would guess. I don't know, I haven't looked recently. But certainly less than this. And the blades will cost you 10 pence a blade. These blades will last you about a month, according to Gillette. These blades will last you 3 shaves, but as I say, they're 10 pence a blade. I'm not going to even try and use this every day for a month. That's not the way I shave. This will just be gathering dust over here until I maybe need to. If I've done a straight shave and I can't get here, then this will do the job. My recommendation is go for something like this. Yes, you can. This is the cheapo option. I personally recommend the Merca 34C. I don't know whether I've got it in here. I don't think I have. Oh, I have. Yes, I have. So this is, I forget, I think this is between 25 and 30 quid for this. That's a Merca 34C. That will give you a better shave than that does, and that will give you a better shave, in my opinion, than that does. But if you're in a pinch, if you're in a rush and you've got 5 minutes, you've got to get out the door for whatever reason, then I'd say that's a useful razor, but as a one-off, only in those situations. Your mileage may vary. I know there are people out there that swear by these. I don't rate them at all, really. I would say this wasn't as comfortable or smooth as even this razor. And if you went to this one, then it definitely isn't as smooth as that, because that's a really smooth razor. So DEs win over cartridges, hands down, in my opinion. They're better for your skin. I think they give you a more enjoyable shave, and certainly when you come to this razor, I would say a more comfortable shave. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the shave and the review of the Gillette Labs Exfoliating Razor versus a DE. Yeah, you know my opinion. Yes, I'm biased because I love my DEs and I love my straights. But I tried to give a fair and honest opinion there. So I hope you enjoyed it. And next Saturday is back to normal. I'll be using a DE or an SE. All right then. See you then. Bye.